for the serious gamer.
Hey, it's Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. This is our Ultimate Modern Warfare 2 Claymore and C4 guide, and this episode is Afghan Claymores. Alright, we're going to start with the upper Cliffside Claymore placements, if you're going to give support to A. First thing I'm going to do when I get up here, I like to throw smoke. You don't have to, it just provides you with a bit of coverage. This first Claymore here is actually extremely effective. Number one, when people come around this, if they're rushing from this side, typically they are going to look to see for a Claymore hugging that right side there, right side of the wall or the rock wall. But so they don't think to look there. And this Claymore is actually extremely effective. Because of the acetylene tanks there, the blast radius, when they trip that, even if they go way beyond it and actually get to that wall, the blast radius is amplified because of the acetylene tanks, and it will blow their ass off. And I'm going to show you that in just a second once you shoot it. I mean, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to show you a second placement. If you do have time, if you're in teams, like a squad of 2, granted, you don't always have time for this, but I usually do. Anyway, it covers both ways that they're going to be coming across. So when they're coming through here, they're either going to hug over to that side or come straight through here. No one goes on the outside. You can, but the probability that they're going to do that is very, very slim. So anyway, you've got it covered on either side, but this side here is actually the most dangerous, and I'll show you in a second here. Even if you're clear of that Claymore, the acetylene tanks and the blast radius friggin' will blow their asses off. Extremely effective. Alright, we're going to flip to A-side defense. Remember, it doesn't have to be search. These Claymores will get you kills. The first one, obviously, people rushing through this cave. This one seems an obvious one. Still very effective. You want that first laser line to be going straight across the door. Increases the blast radius inside. You notice that it sort of points inward. First one trips. The second that they walk right past that doorway, you cannot see it. This one here, I absolutely love. The next one I'm going to show you. It's critical that you destroy the explosive barrels first so that your Claymore doesn't get destroyed. Plus, grenade launchers can really mess you up as well. So you're going to place this one here, but you're not going to hide it. You actually want it close to that door and facing inward so that they're going to see those laser lines. And you come in here, they're going to see the laser lines, and they're going to go, oh, okay, I got to shoot that. So they're going to back up carefully. But what they don't see is the acetylene tanks right in the corner there. Most people will miss that, and it will amplify the explosion, even if they're a safe distance back. Woo! Yeah! All right, the next one is sort of more of a B defense. It's better if you work in teams. So you have someone place it down here. I'm going to show you. Now, normally the path they're going to run on the outside in front of this vehicle here. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the Claymore down, but you're going to angle it so that part of the blast radius goes across the front of that vehicle. And you're going to use the vehicle's explosion to amplify, again, the explosion. So there you go. And that radius will actually kill anyone, even if they're away, quite a distance away from that Claymore, because it's the Claymore plus the vehicle's explosion, and it does amplify. This one here, in terms of this vehicle, you can place a Claymore across the rear, but it has to be across the front of the vehicle. It will not work on that vehicle, so don't waste your time on that. And setting up anything else would be a complete and utter waste of time as well. Now, the next one that I'm going to show you is actually a bit dangerous, but if you're a good rusher, you should be able to get in here. And I have done this, or else I wouldn't be showing it to you because it'd be a waste of time. Get on the outside and angle that Claymore in towards the bomb. First, they're not going to see it until they're in there, and then it's going to be usually too late. But they're usually concentrating on getting in there if they rush. So that one there is actually very effective. Sometimes they will get away with it not killing if they spot it early, but most people are kind of careless with Claymores. Now, this is another path. If you don't want to use the vehicle one, if you want to be closer to B when you actually put your Claymore down, I know this one seems ridiculous, but hilariously, it is actually extremely effective. All you do is use this small shrub here, and it actually covers those laser lines, and people cannot see it. Now, you're going to see, obviously, the Claymore identification on it. They will not be able to spot this Claymore, I promise you. The laser lines are, for whatever reason, muffled, and they won't see it. The time they see it, and look, it faces directly at them as they're coming up. So, I mean, it'll trigger early. That first laser line will get them, and then boom, they're dead. So that one is a very effective one as well. I like the vehicle one because it amplifies it. Now the next one, this one's pretty well known. You know, if they're coming through the cave and they're going to come out this way, covering the doorway here. Although I have had this one destroyed before by people sort of staying on the left side of it. But typically, if they're coming from the cave entrance, they're not going to go swinging over to the left side and coming out and spotting it. They're just going to run through, and then they're going to be toast. All right, this next Claymore is going to protect any rushers coming from the lower staircase or coming from the upper area, jumping across and accessing, trying to access B this way. And you actually want to angle that Claymore inward, not straight across as I would normally show you, because typically as they're coming up here, they're a little more careful or cautious as they're coming in. So that Claymore there will be very effective. An alternate to protecting B from the stairway, although I would only use this in conjunction with the one at the top there that I showed you, because it kind of protects from both areas. But if they're going to access the bottom and you have time, use one-man army. You see the acetylene tank and the explosive barrel here. Place a Claymore in the corner there. It is like a triple amplified explosion. Even if they're way past it, that thing will blow them sky high. So, you know, typically they're not going to see that. They're going to be looking up the top there. It is not a normal... I know you can see the laser lines there, but I promise you that the enemy will not. They, you know, if usually a lot of times if they're there, they're usually rushing. And if they rush, my experience with rushers is they're not very careful. They're not checking corners. They're just running gung-ho. And so you can almost be guaranteed that Claymore will kill them. Just click on the link on the upper left corner there, and it'll take you to the C4 and the combination, which is C4 and Claymore usage for Afghan. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. For more strategies and tactics on Modern Warfare 2, visit NextGenTactics.com.